Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay on for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
There's Smooth.
And then there's Guinness Smooth.
It's a brand new cool.
Incredibly smooth.
Perfectly balanced.
For a smooth and refreshing taste.
How smooth? Well smooth. Guinness Smooth.
For a smooth and refreshing taste. New Guinness Smooth. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. Socialize responsibly.
Locally distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
First Market, Best Price, and Cash and Carry are giving you the chance to win the ultimate gas station. Simply spend $100 or more in store for a chance to win a luxurious weekend getaway at the Secret Berry store, plus 2 VIP tickets to Jazz and Crayon, and spending money. But the excitement does not end here. Enjoy weekly prizes, fun in-store activities, and surprises, all promotion alone. The more you shop, the more chances you get to win. Shop at First Market, Best Price, or Cash and Carry today and enter for your chance to win the ultimate gas station. Promotion runs from now until April 24th. Terms and conditions apply.
DJ Slim presents Shrink with Intent, the ultimate one silent Headwoods Party, Volume 2, featuring Dominica's finest, DJ Snow, Selecta Urban, DJ Rap, DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Day, Mika Labadi, DJ Ati, and DJ Slim after party with Aunt Willa's YouTube sensation, DJ Style. Your Barbie Faithy, Wada G, and TK Combo. It's all going down at the Realm Saturday, April 4th. Admission early bird $60, tier 2 $80, tier 3 $100. Tickets sold at Cozy Corner or online at ticketball.com. Drink with Intent, the ultimate all-white solid headphone party volume 2. It's gonna be crazy. This event is sponsored by Belfast Estate, BB Rock, Discover Dominica Authority, Sunplace Hotel, Big W, Research IGA, Johnny Walker, Pirates Limited, Serrano, Hennessy, Malibu, KFC, DJ Median, K-Bits, Vibes Radio, Humble Visual, Astafan, Magnum Tonic Wine, Chef Ali, GBA Enterprises, Bounty Rum, Chairman's Reserve, DDA Styles Travel, The Rel, Cozy Corner, The Pie, High Garden Limited, Mikael's Courtyard, Mika Henderson Inc., One Temps Bar and Grill, Flo Dominica.
Dominican Softball Cricket Association, in collaboration with the Elias Dupy Foundation, proudly presents the Elias Dupy Tape Ball Cricket Festival, all in honor of the late Elias Dupy. Join us Easter Sunday and Easter Monday at the Ansdume Playing Field in the northeast of the island for 2 days of softball cricket action. Games begin 11 a.m. on Easter Sunday and 9 a.m. on Easter Monday, featuring top teams from the north and northeast of Dominica, including Benz, Peebush, Penville, Calabishi, Marigot, Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Portsmouth, all competing for over $3,000 in prizes. Make this Easter one to remember with thrilling cricket, community spirit, and great entertainment. April 5th and 6th at the Ansdume Playing Field. Catch the action live on radio, Facebook, YouTube, and the television. Come out and support the Elias Dupy Tape Ball Cricket Festival, where the Northeast will come alive with cricket. Lovely cricket.
It's season two for the second year running. The second edition of Nature Island Small Business Buzz get bigger this season. It's a brand new season. We expect to go across the length and breadth of Dominica, taking outside of the capital city also. Shoemaker, your farmer, your fisherman, whether you have a big business, a small business, a medium business, your abilities, your gifts, your talent. How do you survive if you fail? How do you accumulate a multiple group of businesses? Coming this Tuesday to reach Stumpton on the 7th of April, we have a double header. Twins, because it's our second year. So we have 2 for the price of 1. Don't miss it. Empowering the economic engine of growth in Dominica. This program enlightens, empowers from the root to the fruit right here on the big station. Don't you miss Nature Island Small Business Bus every Tuesday from 4 to 5, every Thursday from 4 to 5. This is Season 2. Season 2. Don't miss it. Season 2. Big Bang happens right here Tuesday, 2nd of April. A global audience awaits.
When you go to shop and pop up in supplies,
So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? Do you have a farm? He tell me, that's how it has sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my money farm. He said, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
March Madness with Digicel. Sign up for a new bundle with postpaid or add postpaid to your Digicel Plus at only $60 and get double data, saving an exclusive discount off handsets. And it's shot at winning one for $1,000 shopping spree. Yes, $1,000 shopping spree. Digicel. Visit a Digicel store or speak to an agent now. Digicel, real connections, real way, real abundance. Terms and conditions apply.
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt, smooth, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt there. Vitamalt, vitalized naturally. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
Of course, you must have heard that today, please be advised that effective Monday, March 30th, 2026, the following petroleum products shall be as follows. So there's an increase in gasoline, wholesale price $14.57, retail $15.67, diesel, sulfur diesel $15.04, retail price $16.04. Ultra low sulfur diesel price $15.95, retail price $16.95. Kerosene wholesale price $13.44, retail price $13.92. Please be guided accordingly. Barbara Daly, Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Barbara Daly, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Business, Trade and Energy. So take note. It's only $1, like $1, but yes, gasoline prices on the increase. Gasoline prices, petrol and products are on the increase. At this time, Dominica, you have to tie your waist and tie your waist. Things are up and up and up. What do we expect? World prices. Somebody was asking on the weekend, can government absorb any more? I mean, give us a cushion. Some people say maybe it's just $1, man. That can slide. Maybe it'll come up again sometime if this war continues. So you have to tie your waist, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes. Does it mean that we will get increased prices at the grocery stores anytime soon? Good morning to you. Are you there?
Yes, Matt, I am.
Yes.
Happy to be back in open. I ball open too, Matt.
Your ball open?
Yes. Matt, the gas prices at this point could have been cushioned, Matt. But Matt, our cushion was pulled from under us when our 50,000 passports amounting to $11 billion was frittered away. It did not come to our treasury. So that is where our cushion is, wherever the money is. That's something all of us need to understand and know that is what has happened.
So you're basically saying our prices could have been a lot less. I mean, we've had increased prices before. You know that, right?
Yes, Matt. But all the times these things will be supposed to put up on us, and we know it will go back down when the war come out finishes in December. But Matt, that's our.
When you think the war will finish in December, why you say that?
Well, yes, Matt. We better watch it, Matt. Creole Festival doesn't it, Creole Festival finish, because I see we have problems with, if that goes over as far back as July, we have problems with the oil prices and so on, and tickets for airfares and so on and so forth. Good night.
There's a serious backlash, you think. All right, let's see what happens. I think somebody was asking me a question. I remember the Prime Minister saying some time ago, if not CBI, then what? So maybe you should provide the alternatives, because we have to consider the future, and the CBI industry is going down a precipice here. So again, we have to consider somebody's calling me and asking me whether bus drivers, given the increase, might have to raise up their price. Hello, talk to me. So when it comes back down, you come back down too? Hello, on the telephone, yes?
Hey, Matt, morning, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
You're saying we just have to wait and see, man. We have to clap, we have to smile, and we have to wave. That's all we have to do. Just clap, smile, and wave.
Why you say that?
I mean, but clap, but everything we just clap for. All we have to do now in that situation is clap, smile, and wave. Yeah, just clap, smile, and wave. We say pocket mon couillon. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. So But it's going to affect all of us, not only those clapping, it will affect everybody. It will affect you too. So, we have to tighten up our ways. Things are getting tight. So we have to all tighten up our ways, huh? 449-3095-96. Should bus drivers increase their prices? Maybe too early for that. Maybe too early for that, right? Hello, it's going to affect everybody. Are you there, caller?
Yes, Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, do you agree that the biggest blame to be taken is by Donald Trump? Would you agree with that?
To a certain extent, he started the war.
Yeah. So I would like to throw this out to all the supporters of Donald Trump. Should you reconsider your support for Donald Trump? Are you still a MAGA deadbeat supporter of Donald Trump?
You're throwing that. You're throwing that out to my friend there. I'll ask him the question for you.
Well, there is more than one. There's more than one, Matt. Sorry, there's more than one.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes.
Not to affect me, but I've been in adjustment mood since the inception of this government, so I'm always prepared for what is to come.
Okay.
The supermarket can shut down, it doesn't affect me. The government can take their life, it doesn't affect me. So all we have to do is clap, smile, and wave. Believe you, clap, smile, and wave.
Clap, smile, and wave. Okay, all right. Someone's asking, it was low. So can't we allow that stock to be completed there before we move up the prices? I'm sure there's old stock right now. Somebody's asking the question whether we should, they should have waited until this old stock is done before moving up. But again, oh boy, I expect that this morning.
Matt,
Yeah.
don't claim me talking nonsense. MAGA forever. Just sit back and wait for the results. Okay?
Jerry, well, you would admit he started the war. No, a lot of people are turning against Trump. We saw the crowds there on the weekend, huh? What results do you expect, Jerry? What results do you expect? All right. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yeah? It's 5-2. Oh, sorry about that. 5-2. Somebody said the last increase in bus fare came when gas prices were more expensive than this current rate. They never dropped the bus fare when gas prices had dropped. Oh, so bus drivers, hold on before you increase your prices. That's the force there.
Good morning to you, my brother. Hope you had a good weekend. Man, our weekend in the Virgin Islands was terrible.
What happened?
As we speak, some places in the Virgin Islands have no power, man. It's a problem. But Martin, it looked like I will have to try to get in contact with my Prime Minister to see if he could help us to get some geothermal in the Virgin Islands, because we are facing some problem with WAPA, power outage all over the Virgin Islands, Marty. So a few of us trying to get in contact with, try to talk to the Prime Minister to see if they could give us some assistance with the Dominica geothermal power outage, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to negotiate for that, so we could have a better Virgin Islands with the power problem we're having in the Virgin Islands. So, but otherwise everything's safe, my brother. But just the power outage we're having in the Virgin Islands. And thank God, Dominica is moving higher heights with that geothermals.
Elwin, well, just call Trump.
Man, sometimes I really have to sit down and laugh when I hear some of the comments people make, man. My brother always make good contribution to your show, but to blame Donald Trump with a war he just started 3 weeks ago and in Venezuela about 4 months ago. Man, we must always, like I've said before, take responsibility sometimes first before we blame somebody else for our condition. For 25 years, a man has made Dominicans' life miserable, and they can't make ends meet. That problem has been in Dominica for the last 20-something years. Donald Trump is not to be blamed. That's just for the high cost of gas. The high cost of living has been squeezing people for them last 20+ years. People must understand that it's their fault for not standing against that kind of governance. Like one brother mentioned, about 60,000 passports sold and $11-12 billion unaccounted for. This is the problem, not Donald Trump. I'm listening, my brother.
All right, thank you too. 449-309596. And hello, talk to me. Yes,
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Well, Matt, I didn't want to call, but I just want to endorse the last caller because what you say makes sense. All of a sudden, they want to blame Trump for everything, but they don't look in all the 25 years misery we have out there. And that's the strategy they have been using. Trump doing what he has to do for the American people. The American people will decide with Trump. But what I'm trying to make you understand here, when you sit down and you reflect, there are many things you can say in America right now which you support Trump or you don't support Trump. Or the administration has been trying their best. But a lot Trump has fulfilled, they have never done it. So I want to endorse the last caller. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. 449-309596 and 97. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. We're looking at gas prices. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
But I know the bus drivers here, the unilaterally just put up the pricing. That has to be instructed by the transport division.
The transport board has to get involved, yes.
Yeah. They can just put up their prices. They have to inform the people because usually people take advantages of the situation and just put prices.
But I think it has to go through the transport board before any bus driver. And there's some who take advantage of the fact that the gas prices are up, and do it and don't consult everybody or anybody. Yeah, so.
Não capale anything cosa. Mi se ka wete symptoms, mi se ka balon patche anything, no go nom kapalo patche sort ma pas pelte junior. Eve uni nom sa la ka pale ni til gasan. Mate pa chaud di gas ka monte. Ki Iran eve Amerika teni la je. Ki Israel gas te toujou ho. En bas dou le moun en bas nom la fwe ou. Ale nom la ka ba moun boss. Nom la pa sa pou fe. Nom la hati ou out of business. 25 years on nom ka koule ou. Le fini on bossine pou ba because ils savent ki koule ou. Ils mettent ou en chien. Top parole ni te m'ran ma perspective. Le monsieur ka parle ni te pas pour oui because ou la ka pour avec monsieur ka oui. Ça son joke yo ka fait mais et pour ti bon gouvernement on show là ka pas mettre que monde son show. Là ni on kaki on bitem pour tout bitem vinn demander chection. Tout média vinn demander chection. Il ka mène gang pour font show. Like c'est joujou nous tourner Dominique ça. On stop le bail magistrat man. Même quand moun ka goumen pour election, pour mettre photos ID card, nous l'avons pour register mon frère. Nous l'avons fait cinéma, nous l'avons mis par web gombe, là, tout qualité cochonnerie, là, fait magie frère. C'est là pour nous stopper les bails, ça, ça. C'est là pour nous stopper ça, ça. C'est magie, man.
903, handbag.
In season two, for the second year running, the second edition of Nature Island Small Business Buzz get bigger this season. It's a brand new season when we expect to go across the length and breadth of Dominica, taking it outside of the capital city, Roseau, Shoemaker, your farmer, your fisherman. Whether you have a big business, a small business, a medium business, your abilities, your gifts, your talent. How do you survive if you failed? How do you accumulate a multiple group of businesses? Coming this Tuesday to reach Sumpton on the 7th of April, we have a double header. Twins, because it's our second year, so we have two for the price of one. Don't miss it. Empowering the economic engine of growth in Dominica. This program enlightens, empowers from the root to the fruit right here on the big station. Don't you miss Nature Island Small Business Bus every Tuesday from 4 to 5, every Thursday from 4 to 5. This is season 2. Season 2. Don't miss it. Season 2. Big Bang happens right here Tuesday, 2nd April. And total audience awaits.
Go doing shopping for farming supplies. So I ask you, what are you doing inside Bloombox? You have a farm? You tell me, that's how it has thought. I've been married 37 years. Come at the money farm. You say, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Nap starts starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass teas, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Roseau. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
The Dominica Football Cricket Association, in collaboration with the Elias Dupuy Foundation, proudly presents the Elias Dupuy Tip Ball Cricket Festival, all in honor of the late Elias Dupuy. Join us Easter Sunday and Easter Monday at the Ansdume Playing Field in the northeast of the island for 2 days of softball cricket action. Games begin 11 a.m. on Easter Sunday and 9 a.m. on Easter Monday, featuring top teams from the north and northeast of Dominica, including Benz, Peebush, Penville, Calabishi, Marigot, Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Portsmouth, all competing for over $3,000 in prizes. Make this Easter one to remember with thrilling cricket, community spirit, and great entertainment. April 5th and 6th at the Ansdume Playing Field. Catch the action live on radio, Facebook, YouTube, and the television. come out and support the Elias Dupe Table Cricket Festival, where the Northeast will come alive with cricket. Lovely cricket.
Bring your tuna. Bring your tuna. Breakfast for your chestnut. For your chestnut. Room number 1 all over. Number 1. Make ready in Dominica. Right here. BBB nice. BBB nice. BBB nice. BBB nice. BBB nice. When you come in the jam, you should have a baby in your hand. When you come in the band, you should have a baby in your hand. What we drinking? BBB style. BBB nice. BBB nice. BBB style. BBB nice. BBB style. BBB nice. BBB style. BBB nice. BB Spice Rum. It's more than just a rum.
BB Spice Rum, distributed by Belfast Estate.
I wanna drink Dominica best rum with you. I wanna drink Dominica best rum with you. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Alright, get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Time to get me wet. Okay. My body, my baby, who's ready, full energy. My body, my baby, who's ready, full energy. Okay, boom. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. Drink it, but don't abuse it. Okay, boom.
Nine 10. More voice notes.
Good morning, Matt. One thing for Erwin. Erwin, things are working out for you in the Virgin Islands. You're boasting that your prime minister is doing so well in your country. So why don't you just go down back? You know, who is really it's good down there. So Erwin, just move back down and enjoy the glory that your prime minister have. You up there and you complaining, and you saying your prime minister is doing so well for you. So my dear, go down and enjoy it. That's all. Good morning.
But Matt, I don't understand that. It's like every time we have them situations, you know what I mean? All that down. People always quick to talk about bus drivers. The amount of things people paying big money for to win off it is $200. To buy an outfit is $5. Well, it's 50 cents you have to give a boss. Why every time we have them situations, people on bus drivers back? You know, bus fare should be $5 right now. We're in 2026. You get me? In 2026, bus fare should be $5 because Dominica is the only island in the world a bus driver dropping in front of your house. And people still doesn't appreciate that. Why people always quick to jump on bus drivers' back? That's why I don't like to carry passengers, right? I tell you, in the street. People fall on bus drivers. Right? What bus drivers have to do is that the gas price go up because of bus drivers. Groceries expensive, everything expensive. You know, but to go to a fete, everyone can pay $250. One to Dominicans, boy. Anyway, that man was falling apart. I don't understand how people was.
I understand that point. $200, $300 every fat these days is $300 and $500, huh? You can't afford to pay a bus $5, huh? Interesting. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes. Hello. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Are you there? Yes. Yes.
What the guy was saying, I agree with him, you know, Matt. Matt, Ed, I am the only person, 007 boom, for year in, year out, days, weeks, months. I always call in to increase the poor bus driver. They are not rich people, right, Matt? They're fighting to survive. We don't forget you're a top journalist in Dominica, right? This bus driver trying to make a living by helping their family, trying to pay their mortgage, their bills, sending their children to school. What they offer in the bus driver, the fee they offer in, please give me a break. Let me just speak my mind out. The bus driver, the money they get in there, they offer in is peanuts. Peanuts, right? Right? They should be getting an increase. They shouldn't be increasing every year, the bus driver, because, Matt, when it have a CWO in Roseau, right, people finding money to spend, show, Calypso show, Booyah show, all kind of a show, how much money, and to pay a little money for a bus driver, you find it is too much. I call in on the association of the bus drivers, increase the buses, money, the drivers, gas going up, they have to check their tire, they have to pay to clean their bus, do this, do that. Magwesa, my brother, sit down, think, focus. She stood in her shoes and she wondered. He stood in his shoes and he wondered. And they all stood in their shoes and they wonder. I want an increase for the bus driver. So shall be written, so shall be done, etc., etc. Oh my God. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, well, Marlin on the bus driver's side, huh? Went in on the increase. Man, I'm happy with what Trump is doing because this is the way the people had to get rid of him. They put him there, so they have to get him out. They're feeling the heat right now. Somebody says he's the Mac of the biz. I agree with the last caller where you should be lots of bus stops so they can load off on and off with passengers, all their loads. they can take the taxis to take them to their home. So take them by the bus stops and allow taxis to take them to their home. But this nonsense about taking people to their home must stop. We'll never see that in the States for sure. Hello, talk to me, yes?
You want to laugh this morning, but Marley make me laugh. While when I learned at school, there was a little boy that go to Scotland, and he said he came to see. But he said when he reached the city, he stood in his shoes and he wondered and he wondered and wondered. And yes, but I lay Marlin. Okay, I want to concerning the bus driver. They have a fee to pay. Okay, for us in Goodwill, we pay $2. But one of these days I was riding, and when I came by, I am living up by opposite Popeye. Just to turn the little corner, I had load, and I'm not too well in foot walking and this and that. So I was asking the bus driver sometimes. Some will drop you in, while some will not. Like Silly, sometimes he come in and help you, but they put you at the end of the road. So when he turned, I tell him, well, he just have some load. He told me, oh, I have to pay $1 more, which is $3. I said, okay, just drop me down the road, and I will continue to go because I didn't have the $3 with it. And then he turned and he bring me a little halfway to go in. But I mean, they need the money. They are struggling, and they should have a good fee to pay. But some of them just over pay people. Our bus drivers in Goodwill, if in Solomon Lane, in Benjamin Lane, they pass and they'll drop you everywhere you have to go. They don't give you any problem. You understand? So I think that they deserve something good, or maybe the association could come in and negotiate with the government and see what they can and help them out.
So you're saying that the buses should increase their fares? That's what you're saying, yes? All right, 4493095. And this gasoline prices will continue to grow if this war doesn't stop. Hello, talk to me, yeah?
Hey, Matt, good morning.
Morning to you. How are you?
I good. Matt, I ain't talking about bus driver raising up price. So the bus drivers and them is the only transport that gives people service in Dominica. Once gas price go up, first thing people talking about is bus price needs to go up. Bus price. So what about them truck drivers? What about them wholesale people that does go and deliver load? What about me that have to be carrying my load up and down buying diesel every single day, and I have to be going and drop load for people? So it's only bus drivers that don't give people service. Once price go up, everything we're talking about is bus. But it's not only for bus drivers the price go up. The price go up for all of us. All of us going to feel it. All of us going to put our hand deeper in our pocket to put food in our vehicle to go and do our daily route. And it's costing us plenty money. I on the road 24/7, have to be up and down, buy my material, do my thing. And it's gas I'm using. And look, gas go up. So now it's going to cost me more. What am I going to do? Charge my customers more because I'm using more gas? I mean, come on, let's use ourselves. Now we're busy talking about Trump. But we have a Trump in Dominica that is similar to what we're supposed to talk about. But do you know Ruby that closed the door and leave and go, Matt?
I remember, yes.
Matt, Ruby's came back. And the government of Dominica never tell us the reason why Ruby's came back. They never tell us what deal they cut with Ruby's for Ruby's to come back to Dominica. But all of a sudden now, I hear in the Ruby's, the government of Dominica owing Ruby's $22 million. Man, who can pay for that $22 million that they owe in Ruby's? What they owe in Ruby's that money for? Because it's our money they're going to pay Ruby's. Our tax money they're going to pay Ruby's. The government cannot tell us what they owe in Ruby's that kind of money for. Ruby's been in court. What they been in court for? What is it we have to pay Ruby's that money for? That is what we have to be talking about. We're talking about Trump. Trump running America, not Dominica. But we have a Trump in Dominica that is destroying our country, giving us how much bills to pay. We have to be paying that amount of million because they sue the government. We have to be paying that amount of million because they sue the government. But yet still our farmers cannot go in the family that they don't have road. Yet still our hospital cannot take care of our patients because they don't have proper equipment, they don't have medicine to take care of them. Our teachers cannot do the work because they don't have enough equipment in the school to teach our children. The amount of things we need to do, we cannot do it because we don't have money. But yet still our government is spending so much unnecessary funds. And we're not talking about the way we're talking about Trump and in America well off. We have a Trump here. It's here we have to talk about. We need to take him out from here because we're spending unnecessary money that we don't have. We have our money in Dubai. He cannot tell us what our money going there. He cannot tell us the reason why he has a separate fund apart from the funds we're supposed to have in our country. But we're not talking about that. All we're talking about is Trump cost gas price. But gas price always going up. Trump wasn't there, and gas price was still going up. Let's forget about that and let's talk about what is happening in our country. No, that's what we have to talk about. We'll have a good
So you're saying it's unfair to Trump that we're blaming Trump and we have our own Trump in Dominica. That's what you're saying. 449-3095-96 and 97. All right. Somebody says, Matt, I would never support bus drivers, especially those from Portsmouth areas. They never made noise. When Ross left Dominica under the party they're voting for, and they continue supporting Labour. Trump is not the problem. Hello, the telephone. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I just squeeze in my toe because he cannot take what I wanted to say. I check in. That is what we're supposed to focus on. You ever heard that Trump here, my brother? The man bring up civil servants, not civil servant, but his minister's salary, civil servant struggling. You talk about the farmers. Everything is on the farmers. That is our problem. The Trump that there.
But you're listening to your radio. That's why I'm hearing the sound in the background. So you get an echo, okay? So 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. Are you there? Hello? Yes?
Yes, Matt. Matt, now that we all agree that things are going to get really tight, how about the mansion that Mr. Skerritt promised to move out of? That is costing us $30,000 plus a month. How about that? How about Mr. Skerritt's salary? How about the salary of all these ministers? How many ministers, Matt? Matt, 19?
1920, around that, yes.
Yeah, each one is a minister. We've never seen that in our history. This is jobs for the boys, money in the pocket of the boys. Dominica needs to ask for accountability and transparency. We do not know exactly what the deal is with the airport. We do not know exactly what the agreement is with the Chinese. Roosevelt Skerritt is purposely keeping us in the dark, so we cannot account for it. We cannot hold him to account, Matt. No transparency, no accountability. There's nothing we can do. We have nothing to hold him on to. He refused to allow his security minister to tell us how much millions they are spending on lawyers, Trinidadian lawyers, to take the opposition to court. Yet when the opposition takes him to court, he grumbles. It cannot be one way. The lawyers, it works on both sides. And we want to take him to court to force him to be accountable. Can you imagine that, Matt? We have to force Roosevelt Skerritt by taking him to court so that he will be accountable. Is that theft, Matt? What do you call that? Enough said.
Enough said. I always remember the song there from The Ghost. This one, the shoe is squeezing me, huh? We're going to come back, Dominica. We're going to come back. Let's listen to this one.
It was a gift, something from Uncle Keith up there in Brooklyn. A red polo shirt.
And you know everything else will go up, huh?
What are little things? But what took my fancy?
There's more diesel for the bakeries. Those using electrical bakeries. So the bread will go up just now.
To my disappointment, something wasn't looking right.
And of course, the bread will pass on to the restaurants. You have to buy sandwich more.
The shoe's squeezing me. The shoe's squeezing me. But what can I do? I really love the shoe, Lord. The shoe's squeezing me. The shoe's squeezing me. Got to get the pain. I must wear my shoes again. The shoe's squeezing me.
Yeah, you're right. It's quite natural. If the gas prices go up, everything where gasoline is needed will go up. Fish prices will go up. Will go up too because the fishermen use the gas for their boats. It's quite practical when the price of anything goes up. It's usually passed on to the customers. The customer again, tie your waist, huh?
When food too big and should too small, a recipe.
Somebody's reminding me, I hope Dominicans were paying attention when other Caribbean islands holding parliament sessions for the past few weeks, debating and passing policies to ease the war crisis, effects soon to be on groceries, custom import charges and gas expenses they're paying attention to. Tell them go to see what the other Caribbean prime ministers are discussing for their people. I think there's going to be a parliament session there in April, huh?
Instead of taking that toucher and crying over it.
And I think the government is promising that there'll be an ease in some on some grocery items.
But what can I do? I really love my shoes, Lord, Lord, Lord. The shoes squeezing me, the shoes squeezing me. Got to get paid. I must wear that shoes again, Lord, Lord, Lord. The shoes squeezing me.
Things are tight.
The shoes squeezing me. Got to find a couple of. Put it on a stretcher. Soften up the leather. Otherwise it flows, flows, flows. The shoes squeezing me, the shoes squeezing me.
Hello, good morning. Yes. Yes.
I just annoyed, eh? But why is it they always tell people tie their waist? What is that? Tie your waist. We have two options. Either we depend upon man or we depend on ourselves and we depend on God. I, became a Christian, I did not know right from wrong before. But when I come to know God, I understand the Lord promised to supply my needs according to His riches. It brings me back to Egypt. When the people were in Egypt.
So you're going to sit down and pray and wait for God to give you food?
We have to be in the spiritual side too.
I'm just asking you the question. Are you going to sit down here and pray all day and expect God to give you food? That works?
My dependence is on God.
What's that?
My dependence is on God.
I'm just asking you again. Will you sit down there and expect God to give you food if you don't work?
Yeah and amen. I have no ways to die.
All right. So I'm asking you a question for on three occasions you have not answered. Faith don't work, huh? According to Lucille a couple days ago. So you get to the river with a basin of clothes on your head and expect the clothes to wash itself, huh? Hello, talk to me the telephone. Yes.
Ma. 007 boom. Right, Matt, in the old time days, I take my time to talk and give me a little break to talk briefly and fast. In the old time days, my mother used to say, Zapamwa, like in Patois, tie your waist, right? And do what you have to do. As you say, being you a top journalist, you cannot sit down by the river and pray and pray. And next thing you saying, God will help you to wash the clothes. You have to make paddle. Paddle means to say movement. Let me show you that. When I was fighting for my appointment, right, I used to work in the rent court and assist in the magistrate court work. I used to be praying, making novena. The chief magistrate, which is Gelroy, right, one of the best, together with other magistrates. She tell me, Marlene, an advice to you is not only praying, you can pray and make your novena, but at the same time, make paddle. So I asked her, what is the meaning of that? Make paddle. She said, make movement. Go to the PS, go to Thomas later, make paddle. So what I'm saying, Matt, if you want to work, you want to sell your barbecue like how Lester and Giselle working hard, and right, you have to tie your waist, Matt, and make paddle. Ask your mom, and she'll tell you that. I know that. You can't just sit down and say praying. You have to pray for God to help you, but at the same time, you have to make paddle. One more thing, and I gone. Look at the president, Charles February wife. Did she sit down? She and Mona Piper? No, they make paddle, movement, selling their barbecue, and that is how you can be on
Thank you, Marlon. Thank you. Works without prayer without works doesn't work at all. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Make paddle. Hello, talk to me. Yes, are you there? What's that?
Lucille and whatever who is it, they can stay faith without work, he said, and work with their faith. He said, listen to me. I am 72 years, going to 73 years. I cannot even well turn around. But I will go out and do ministry for God. I will go meet the people, help somebody do what I have to do. God promised me that my labor will work not again. Oh, I worked for so many people so many years, and they take advantage of me, and I have to live the 10 years. But with that, God had all this recorded already, and I'm telling you, I'm living by faith. God is taking care of me.
Well, continue living by faith, man. Okay, continue by living by faith. You're one of the lucky ones. Huh? Thank you very much. All right, Dominic, 449-3095. If that's what you believe, go ahead. I'm not saying not to pray. I believe in prayers.
Like Cinderella sister, it was a little tight. Issues within me. But what can I do? I really love you.
Matt, one of the biggest problems Dominica faces is a bunch of greedy, evil men that's so scared of a prime minister, and they agree to run the country on the premise of the eyes have it. You go to parliament, no matter how bad the law is against the people, the representatives are afraid to talk, so they go with it. The eyes have it. But once you run a country on the eyes have it, regardless of how detrimental the law can be for the well-being of the community or the citizens, you have serious problems on your hand. Well, you want to maintain faith because faith is the substance. But at the same time, the same Bible tells us that faith without works is dead, So you have to put in the work sometimes and pray that God intervenes. But you don't just sit down. You know how many women are sitting down at their home, they never have a man because they think that the scripture tell them that God will send them a man. So they sit down at their home and never go out there and never put in the work. And they end up lonely for the rest of their life, depressed and everything.
God only help those who help themselves.
It was a gift, a little something from Uncle Keith.
Somebody says, good morning to you, man. I'm trying to get on Q95, but no avail. I need to call on Mr. Roosevelt Scarrett, Phil Grant, and Shakira to stop being so wicked to the people of Wallhouse and Castle Comfort. We use the Castle Comfort Wallhouse Link Road and Upper Wallhouse Roads. Man, there are craters in the roads for more than 5 years with absolutely no attention being paid to those roads. The most shameful thing about this is the parliamentary representative for Roseau South, Shakira, or whatever her name is, lives right there. There's nothing about the inconvenience and resulting devaluation of her constituents' properties. We have to pay an additional $100 in addition to the $100 for vehicle licenses. For what?
Put it on a stretcher, soften up the leather, otherwise it blows.
Where the road repairs, they patch roads in Dominica like they have to collect sub to pay expenses a few feet here today, a few feet tomorrow, or for weeks. Matt, I have spoken to Fidel Grant, who's the Minister of Works, on more than one occasion about this matter. He asked me to call him on specific days, but doesn't take any calls. I send messages to no avail. Man, these people running the country have no shame. They have no pride. These are the worst kind of leaders you can find. Those with no love for community and country, and those with no shame. While Scarrett boasts some time ago that you can eat off the road in his constituency, he's neglecting no glass cutting, no road repaired frequent water outages. These people are wicked, and they will get what is coming for them sooner or later. Evil that man who lives with them. Somebody from the Wallhouse area. A lot of the potholes people are concerned about.
Issues within me. Got to find a couple. Put it on a stretcher. Soften up the leather. Otherwise it flows.
Somebody wants to know about the hotel in Salisbury. What's the latest? Well, I've been told that the CBI funds are slow, so there's no money coming in. So the hotel project is under some pressure. 9:37. That's the information that I have. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Maton.
Yes. How you doing?
Yes, I good. Let me tell Pamela, don't call Lucille names. Go to Voice of Life instead. Yeah, that's looking like her. I'll leave us here. Thank you.
The pair of blue jeans I just couldn't use. The clutch was too tight. Testicular abuse.
My lover boy, good morning to you and your listeners.
Morning.
That shoes there, I never wear it. And I will not even if I'm blind and they bring me on boot, I will smell the shoes because I always know from growing up, I am old, from growing up, I know that shoes is not good. They corrupt and now they worse. I don't like them.
Issues within me, issues within me. 23 years, uncle up in Brooklyn, still thinking, Kelly not growing. Everything in the box, a few sizes too small.
Yeah, you're right. The price of bala will go up too because the fishermen have to buy gas to go there.
Pair of blue jeans, I just couldn't use. The clutch was too tight.
You know, bala seems like gold these days, huh? Very scarce.
I will take my clothes. I will continue wearing, even though it's squeezing my clothes. Issues squeezing me. Issues squeezing me. But what can I do? I really love you, Lord. Issues squeezing me. Issues squeezing me. Got to get the pain. I must have my shoes again. Issues squeezing me. Issues squeezing me. Got to find a cobbler. Put it on a stretcher. Something not the leather. Otherwise it's close. Blood on my nose. Issues squeezing me. Issues squeezing me. "23 years, uncle up in Brooklyn, still thinking, Kelly not growing. Everything in the box, a few sizes too small. A pair of green socks just couldn't fit at all. The pair of blue jeans I just couldn't use. The clutch was too tight, testicular abuse. But a pair of sneakers, I will take my clothes. I will continue wearing, even though it's squeezing my clothes. Issues squeezing me. Issues squeezing me. But what can I do? I really love you.
Hello, gentlemen, on the telephone. You there? Yes.
Yes. Matt, what I have to say, you said about God help those who help themselves, and it is true what you say, right? Yeah, I have something to say about the pal rep from Newtown. Matt, On Kyrie FM, I heard a Labourite, a person that hosting a program calling on the pal rep of Newton, telling her to fix the road. It's not only workers alone that there. You have your Labourite people there, because I understood that the majority, wherever it is at Warhouse or Castle Comfort. They said it on Kyrie. I shocked when I heard the guy calling on the pal rep and telling the pal rep that is nonsense. It's not only workers that there, Labourite living there, fix the road. That is what the host was saying. So I calling on the pal rep. I'm not there to insult you. My sister, so many people crying, complaining about these roads. Right? So check your sin. I belong to Roseau. I don't belong to Newton. So check your sin, the pal rep of Newton. My sister. Too many people calling on you, and as for my pal rep, I don't even talking, right? My pal rep doing good, I can't say nothing about her, and they sing Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Because Roseau is a large area, and they sing, but there's other pal rep. My two pal rep we have in Roseau, you know, it's Honorable Joshua Francis and Mrs. Melissa Skerritt and Mr. Clarence Christian. Mr. Clarence Christian is even better than some of them pal rep. These are the people I see on the ground working. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
It was a gift, a little something from Uncle Keith up there in Brooklyn. A red polo shirt, a pair of blue jeans, a nice pair of shoes, and a few other little things.
9:41. Hello, yeah?
Mark, good morning.
How are you doing? How are you?
Not too bad, no? There was talk last year about the minimum wage. Did it go up, Mark? And if it go up by how much?
In some occasions, I knew it'd go up. I don't know by but some people are benefiting from the minimum wage. Yes, I can say that. So maybe from $9 an hour to $10 an hour in some instances.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Joe.
It was squeezing me, got to get it. I must wear my shoes again. No. It should squeezing me. It should squeezing me. Got to find a cobbler. Put it on a stretcher. Soften up the leather. Otherwise it blows. Down my nose. It should squeezing me. It should squeezing me.
Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, good morning.
Yes, Matt. I just finished reading a thing there, an open letter to the editor. Somebody in NEP is asking why didn't the NEP people get their salary or their wages or the whatever raised by the when the government put up prices for other people.
So one person is complaining.
The people get that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the raise that they raise everybody, you know, the NEP is asking for that. When other NEP people are happy with that, you know.
Okay.
One of those days in Cochrane, but I will leave that alone.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Instead of taking that toucher and crying over you.
You know, a lot of people have been sending me a message from morning there as it relates to Caribbean News Global MMC development initiating formal arbitration proceedings against the Commonwealth of Dominica. I have read through this over and over again. I think this is a propaganda piece, huh? If you go through the entire article, you'll see a lot of articles promoting the government of Dominica. I think, There's nowhere in the article that explains to you what is the arbitration about, huh? So dig deeper.
23 years.
A lot of people have sent that to my phone, but when I analyze the article,
Thinking, rascal not growing.
one and one doesn't make two in that article.
Small, at your reference socks, just couldn't fit at all. The pair of blue jeans, I just couldn't use.
There's nowhere in the article that tells you
Testicular abuse.
where the what is the arbitration about.
Close. I will continue wearing, even though it's
It's almost like fake news promoting
issues within me. Issues within
government projects. So they just give you a fake headline and you delve that deep and you see everything that government has done.
Issues within me. Issues within me.
It's almost a publicity stunt to expose government projects.
Something not the letter. Otherwise it's close.
Again, sometimes you have to read between the lines and see what the objective is all about.
"23 years, uncle up in Brooklyn, still thinking, Kelly not growing. Everything in the box, a few sizes too small. A pair of print socks, just couldn't fit at all. The pair of blue jeans, I just couldn't use.
In some circles, they refer to it as clickbait to show government projects.
Sneakers,
The question is, ask yourself, what is the arbitration about?
continue wearing.
And the article doesn't speak to it at all.
Issues within me. Issues within me. But what can I
And ask yourself, where's that site? Where's that news site?
do? Issues
It's just a propaganda piece, huh? So be very careful about that.
that much of my shoes again. Issues within me. Issues within me.
Just thought I would share that with you, huh? So be very careful when you read these articles.
Otherwise,
Hello, talk to me, 949. Talk to me, yes. Are you there, caller?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning to you, yes.
Prayer is very important, my dear brother, but prayer alone is not going to change things. The city of Jericho was not destroyed by prayer, but by force by God. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Dominica, 449-309-596-97. Hello, talk to me, yeah?
Yeah, good morning, Matt.
Morning.
I just want to let the lady who said just pray know that the early churches where Paul was an apostle, he was praying, but he also was building tents to make his living. You know, so we can just, it's not a matter of prayer, it's a matter of being able to work. You pray for wisdom, you pray for strength, you pray for guidance, but we work because work is a commandment of God, and we work for our living.
That's it. Unless you get the point there, you know, work without faith without works. We're going to come back, Dominic and Elvin. It's 9:52. Again, the discussion started with, the issue of gasoline prices going up. And you've been advised to tie your waist. And I was asking the question, do you think the government can absorb some of the prices given the state of the economy? I have Mr. Joshua Francis, of course, leader of the UPP, on the line for a minute there. He's an economist as well. I know the economy is tight right now as we speak, so government might not be able to absorb some of the prices and make it easy on us. So what is the way forward? Do you think the government should increase in other areas and take less for gas prices? I think government is getting the largest share, of a gas for a gallon of gas. So the retailers get about $1. I think the government gets a lot more. But you also have to think that can they afford to take more, or absorb more? On the telephone, Mr. Joshua Francis, how are you doing? How are you doing, sir? How are you?
Hi, good morning, Mr. Pelte, and good morning to your listeners.
Good morning to
Another
you.
day the Lord has made, let us rejoice and let us be glad in it.
Yes, as I said, Joshua, you're an economist, and maybe you can, wrap up some numbers here. Do you think that government at this time can absorb, given the state of the economy, can absorb more to give the people an ease? Gas prices going up all around the world, and in Dominica it's up by $1. What do you think? What would be your suggestions to the government?
Well, Mark, let us put things here into perspective. You are talking about a government that is financially struggling. The government overdraft facility at the National Bank of Dominica floats around maximum, meaning that the government has been digging in that overdraft facility to meet public expenditure obligations, and the government options to generate revenue is very limited. Hence, the reason why Inland Revenue and other government departments have been more aggressive in collecting revenues which are due to the government. Because the government is aware that unless there is a significant change in the direction that Dominica has taken, we will get to a point where public servants may not be able to be paid on time. We are not too far from that, Matt.
You really believe that, yeah?
I know that, Matt. The government really is struggling. You would be aware that the government owes a lot of contractors, local contractors. Millions of dollars are being owed to them. Months and months are passing. Some of these contractors will not cry because they get government no-bid projects. So they feel restrained in complaining. But I'm aware that many of them are crying. I'm aware that the government treasury is not too far from being empty. Recurring expenditure basically is at break even. So every month the government meets its obligations, financial obligations, but there isn't any excess to cause an absorption of the rising prices of gas and food on the shelves. Because since COVID, the prices of food on the global stage has increased in some countries. We have seen a decline, and we have seen government putting measures in place to ease the stress that consumers are facing. But in Dominica, we do not have that flexibility We cannot use monetary measures to absorb the rise in gas prices and food prices. In terms of fiscal measures, again, the government hands are tied. So for this year's budget, do not expect any goodies, Matt. If anything, the government will be tying its waist because the government itself is under pressure. This is a government that continues to talk about increasing or expanding the public sector. Not too long ago, we heard the Prime Minister saying that his government was going to absorb the NEP workers who have worked for more than 5 years in the NEP program. Matt, that is just talk. That's gibberish talk. That really is economic nonsense. This is a political stunt. The government is not in a position to expand the public service. If the Prime Minister were to do such a thing and preside such over a measure of that nature, basically it will be for political reasons and it will come at the expense of Dominica. What we will see, Matt, is the government indebtedness to regional creditors increase, and we will see more economic and financial pressure on Dominicans. So really, we cannot wait on the government. We have to take our personal and family steps to conserve energy and to deal with the rises in gas and prices of gas and food.
You may be right in a sense where I think police are a little more aggressive to collect taxes there on behalf of the government. You see that, there's a lot of vehicles, a lot of traffic blocks, in more often than others or other times.
Well, yes, Matt, and that is because of, to some extent, the patronization that is taking place in the public service. As you see, Matt, there are quite a number of vehicles with G, and some of these owners do not own not even a flower garden. But because of politics, they get duty-free concessions, even if their vehicles are not tools of trade. So that is a loss of income for the government. There are persons within the rank and file of the government system. They are owing Inland Revenue significant sums. They are not being pursued. In some cases, they are being forgiven. So those are monies that could have been collected by the government on a local level, and that is not being done. In addition to that, Matt, it is universally known that proceeds and revenues from the CBI program have dropped considerably. However, the construction of the international airport and other projects in Dominica being financed by CBI funds are funded from funds which already existed. It's not because the passports are necessarily being sold right now. Because we know for many years right now, we have been questioning the government of Dominica to come clean in respect to the many sweetheart deals it has made with foreigners, including MMC. And over the years, those companies were able to put a lot of Dominicans' money, public funds in banks all over the world. And to get them into Dominica, they come through those projects. So the international airport is being funded not necessarily from current sales, but rather money that was stored out there. God knows how much money that we have out there, monies that are not subject to the oversight of Parliament, monies which are not accounted for in public accounts. And Dominicans take that for granted, but the day will come, the day of reckoning will come when our leaders will have to account to Dominicans for the sales of our citizenship, for the sales of our sovereignty, our birthright. So, Matt, overall, I would say that Dominicans are in for a long, hard ride. Matt, think about it. Right now, we have the largest construction project, infrastructural project in the history of Dominica. One would have thought that with such a project, with that magnitude, that barefoot Dominicans would see an increase in circulation of monies in our island. But that's not happening, Matt. That is not happening. We are not feeling the effects. We're not enjoying the benefits of the construction of the international airport. Any such project in most countries, especially a small economy, a small country like Dominica, should be feeling and seeing the financial benefits, because with the amount of money being spent, it means that people should be paid, and those being paid should spend in the shops, the bars, the supermarkets, to landlords. But that's not happening because of the nature of the arrangement that the government of Dominica has with MMC and MMC has with CR5, the Chinese company. We all know what is happening. We know that the Chinese, they have their own cottages. They bring in their containers of food sometimes, not quarantined. Hence the reasons why we have certain diseases on the island. We have biting midgets and, giant snails and whatever. Matt, we have to take back Dominica because if we don't, all of us will suffer. We have started already. As usual, the first set of people to suffer are the income poor people. You have seen it on the ground. If you go on the ground, you hear the cries of the people. People are basically working poor. The unemployed continue to depend on social benefits from the government and from the barrel economy. So we really have to make certain changes moving forward. We have to conserve energy. We have to plant our food in our backyards. We have to cut down on non-needs, like foods we don't need.
And somebody's making referring to your input this morning. Somebody says, Matt, in certain degrees, I agree with Joshua, but in another vein, Dominica has millions stashed away in outsiders' control. And here lies the problem. Skerrit is not running Dominica. Would you agree with that?
Well, Matt, they say who pays the piper controls the piper.
Okay.
And that is one of the reasons why we need campaign finance legislation in Dominica. Because we have people out there basically selling our passports and giving kickbacks to those who give them the licenses to sell. Those agents are paying back to the master, and they are in control of the master because money is power. And the master doesn't want to leave office. He will do anything and everything to stay there because he fears that the day that he's no longer the prime minister, he may be picked up. He may have to answer to questions. Some of his assets may be seized. Those are the realities.
So would you if you become the leader tomorrow, would you launch again an investigation into Mr. Skerrit? Would you?
Matt, without any hesitation, within the first 30 days in office, that is one of the first items on the agenda. We have to be more responsible as a nation because until we are more accountable and responsible, our children and our grandchildren will have an extremely broken country. We are looking at a country now where a government seems to be more interested in making deals, getting kickbacks, enriching themselves than to manage the country in the best interest of those of us who are on this piece of rock and for the future generations. We are seeing the irresponsibility being displayed in the management or lack thereof of our environment. We are seeing a country where after 25 years, the government has not been able to cause production to increase. We are producing nothing in this country. This government has it easy. You just sell passports, get the revenue, and sweetheart deals with those foreigners, including Anthony Hayden. And to cause a lot of those projects to be built by foreigners, there's something called capital outflow. So monies that were supposed to stay within our economy are being flown out and being saved out there. So we don't get the benefits of those monies in our bank reserves. And the people who get the short hand of it are Dominicans. We are seeing an economy, Matt, where export is not very good. This is an import country. We have the businesses which are expanding, our retailers. You see an increase in the number of supermarkets over the past 10 years. It's not necessarily because the population has increased or Dominicans are eating more. It is because we stopped producing. The farmers have left the field because the government has failed to fix feeder roads. The government has failed to subsidize agriculture. The government has caused the death of the rural economy. This government has never had a plan for rural economic development. Hence, places like Castle Bruce right now are economic graveyards because farmers have left. They are security officers. They have traveled. People continue to leave Dominica to go to Guadeloupe, Antigua, Tortola, Anguilla, all over the Caribbean. They go everywhere else except Haiti. Because this situation here, we have cars driving on the road, we have nice houses, but we don't have cash. And it is a reality when families have emergencies and they have to go back and chase politicians because they don't have money to send their loved ones out of state. We're in a country where the healthcare system, yes, an expansion of the physical structure of the hospital, but a decline in the dispensation of quality health and medical services on the island. So in every department, Matt, we have to give this government a clear F, a failure. And that is why this morning I want to take the opportunity to remind Dominicans that it's not just calling on your program, it's not just praying. We have to contribute, we have to add value to the removal of this government. This is a political cancer that we have had on the backs of Dominicans. And therefore, it is very important that we act with urgency, that we wake up in the morning if we are not working and go to our neighbors, take ourselves, go and get confirmed to vote. The children in the hall, at the homes who are unregistered to vote, get them registered to vote. If you don't have an ID, seek assistance. If you don't know where your confirmation centers are, seek assistance.
But Joshua, and I brought it up to a number of leaders that you were not there at the last conference, and I told them that a lot of young people may want to register to vote, but what is happening, and I'm sure you will agree, that the young people are saying, I'm not going to register if there's not something in my hand. So they need that incentive. This is the reality on the ground. The young people are not going to. They're saying to me, Matt, if I'm going to register, how do you change that culture? If I'm going to register, I need to get something in my hand. How do you change that culture?
Well, Matt, that is where we as politicians have to get onto the ground. And we have to build relationships with individuals, including the young people. We have to go to the bars, we have to go to their homes, their churches, on the beach, and we have to talk to them. Because, yes, they may say those things, but if we build a relationship with them, and that doesn't take long, it's about approach, it's about persuasion, it's about inspiration. I have met a few young persons speaking that language, and within 5-10 minutes, they would say, oh, Mr. Francis, I understand where you're coming from, and I will get registered to vote. But I don't leave it there. I take their names and their numbers, and I follow up. So we must be very clinical and scientific in our approach in getting the young people to register to vote and to confirm to vote, because absent those new voters, absent our supporters confirming to vote, once again, we will perpetuate the legacy of our sitting Prime Minister, and we cannot allow that to happen. We must be so infuriated, we must be so agitated, we must be so upset that we are supposed to act with urgency. We are supposed to be out there and calling the leaders to add value. Too many of us are simply calling. Too many of us are simply texting, on social media and not doing the work. Without the work, we will not remove this monster off our back. We have to do the work.
Well, Joshua Francis, I want to say thank you for joining us and, of course, engaging us at this time. I know you have a lot to do this morning, but again, thank you. And again, you have to, as Joshua is saying this morning, go register vote, because that's your responsibility. Joshua Francis, thank you. Yes, you make a final comment? Yes.
Yeah, Matt. I am just saying, Matt, I want to say to Dominicans, and I'm speaking to the minds and hearts of Dominicans, we want to live a better life. The world is changing rapidly, and it's not changing for the better. We are getting to a point where food security will take a greater priority on national, regional, and international stages. We have land. We have to get back into planting, at least for self-sufficiency. We have to go back on the field. We have to start.
We may have land, but we have no access to the lands, huh? Know that?
Well, yes, so we have, and that is why we need a change of government, Matt. There are so many reasons why we need to change this government. So many reasons, because failure to do so will cause us to live a life of hardship. And as I said to you, in a broken economy, the first set of people to suffer are the indigent, the unemployed, the income poor. And the reality is, Matt, the barriers coming from the United States, Canada, and the UK are on the decline because our relatives themselves are feeling the pinch.
True.
In those countries. So we really have to tie our waist. But the best way we can do for ourselves and our children is to start speaking up, start acting, start joining groups, no matter which group you join, but put your hands on deck. Let us get this done, because there's a possibility that we may have an election sometime later this year. The government advisors, the Prime Minister advisors may be saying to himself, do not prolong the election because things will get worse. And as things get worse, the people may turn against you. So call the election earlier than later. And we have been noticing an increase in the activity of the Dominican Labour Party on the ground. And therefore we must be in preparatory mode, because
But that means, Joshua, you bringing that up, that means that the Prime Minister, that he has the legal, he has the constitution to support him. will you may have to use that old list and go back to that list. Would you be surprised?
No, I would not be surprised, Matt. Of course, that will come with resistance. As you know, for 8 months, Dominicans were not allowed to register to vote. So if a snap election...
But the process is very slow, you will agree.
Excuse me?
And the process is very slow to confirm.
Well, and it is deliberate, Matt. Remember, the whole electoral reform process was done in bad faith by the government of Dominica. Yes, there were a few consultations, but it took over a decade for us to get to that point, and you're seeing what's happening. The Prime Minister was hoping that with the confirmation process, that labor rights would be excited. Those in the diaspora who came in for World Music Festival last year would have seized the opportunity to get registered to vote and confirmed to vote. That did not happen. And in some constituencies, the turnout for confirmation are miserably poor. And the Prime Minister has been going around meeting his groups and his caucuses to discuss the confirmation process, and he has spoken very ill of some of his leaders because he's very dissatisfied with the confirmation process. People are not showing up. So what they thought would have acted to their advantage is not really working. As you know, Matt, at one time they were not accepting. At one time they said they would accept the birth certificate, a sworn affidavit of identity, and the passport size picture. And then they removed it. And then they just had a valid national ID. People were not showing up. They then reverted back to the birth certificate and so on. And even then, people are not showing up. So the Prime Minister, is very dissatisfied. He feels that if he were to call an election, maybe under the new list, that would be the end of his legacy. And that's what we have to ensure that happens. Whether he calls it under the new list or old list, we have to be such in large numbers that this time around we have to pull out 11 constituencies. That is the figure we are looking for, and that is where we have to keep our eyes on the prize. The prize there is to win 11 seats, in the opposition, and we have to make it happen. And it will only happen with hard work and committing our campaign to the hands of God. I do support the praying. Matt, this is more than physical. This is more than political. This is a spiritual battle.
But
you'd
agree that you have to do it under a united approach.
Well, Matt, we really don't have a choice. We do not have a choice. No one opposition party at this hour can say there are 11 seats they can pull through easily. Whatever arrangements that we make, whatever accommodation we make, it must happen. We have to go there as a team, and we have to work with each other. Unity is strength. History has shown that. It's not just a biblical quote. It is a reality.
So
a family that is united prospers more than a divided family.
So when will we see the opposition, as you explained, going out there and doing a united campaign, if you will? When?
Well, Matt, from where I'm speaking, I am ready.
Okay.
I have started the process. I speak the language on the ground. People ask questions, why you're not with that party, why you're not with that leader, and then I respond in the affirmative. I make it known unto the people of Dominica that we are working together, and at the right time, we will join platforms, I'm hoping. I know that there are some dissenters. I know there are some obstructionists. I know there are those with their self-interest and their egos who are not prepared to work as a team. But for those dissenters, I want to say to them, that this time around, we are leaving them behind. If they do not want to join, they will be left behind because we are in a crisis mode in Dominica right now. We have not really felt the real effects of the mismanagement and the maladministration. 25 years, a government has not created a factory on this island. All the projects that we have are related to CBI, and they have been presided over foreigners. Some of them are owned by foreigners. And we know even the locals there who have certain projects, they are fronting for certain politicians. So it is time Dominicans sanitize. We are in Holy Week, Matt, and most Dominicans are Christians. And I'm questioning the conscience of Dominicans. How can you support theft? Broad daylight, we have politicians stealing from the public purse. We have to call it as it is, Matt.
But this is
paperwork and accounting.
These are serious.
We show that they are not, but they are.
I want to say these are serious allegations, huh?
But Matt, the evidence is there. We hear it, we see it. We have government officials stealing from Dominicans' purse, and Dominicans are the ones who are suffering. Dominicans are the one who do not have savings. But the average 50-year-old in Dominica doesn't have $10,000 in the bank or the credit union. There is a lot of money in those financial institutions, but just a very few people have those monies. By no means I am promoting materialism, but money is power. And for us to live a comfortable life, we need money. We need money to pay bills. Dominicans have become too complacent. You know, life cannot just be paying bills. We want to go, you know, take a trip. We want to recreate. You know, it's not just having a TV at our home and driving a car. We want to live a life that those politicians are living.
All right, Josh, I'm going to take you out on that note because of time. But thank you. Wake up, Dominica. Wake up, everybody. We'll be back after this. It's Joshua Francis, leader of the UPP. When we come back, we'll speak to some of the
no more
issues he raised there. Huh?
No more back thinking, time for thinking ahead. World's changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up, all teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. If we just let it be. We gotta change it now, you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and catch on. Make them happy before they pass away. Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. Only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out. They do it every time. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, just you and me. Change it, just you and me. Change it, go along. Need some help, go along. Yeah.
Aaron Melvin and the Blue Notes, huh? Wake up, everybody, wake up. You're sleeping, huh?
Everybody need a little help, y'all. Yes, need a little help.
Government itself saying somebody suggesting needs to tighten its belt. Scare its rent, the large cabinet, etc. The government needs to start tying its waist too. First thing, stop paying $64,000 monthly rent of the palace in Mount Daniel and cut the wastages in the public sector. Tell the financial secretary to get busy with the cutting of all wastages, huh? Wake up, everybody, wake up. Stop using the dope and the drug pushers. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, wake up.
You preachers, stop preaching my children.
Let's say good morning to the Patriots standing at Dave Wanch, huh?
Stop lying. Stop lying. Why don't somebody help me out? You stop,
Wake up. Wake up, yeah.
Don't matter what free the color. We need each other.
We need each other. Let's wake up and do something for this country. Wake up, everybody. 10:23 is the morning time. Let's take your phone calls. Yes, good morning. Are you there?
Hello, good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, sir. Morning, yes.
Okay, blessed Monday morning to everybody that's listening. Matt, 4 Sundays back, there was a meeting in the Newtown Primary School where the parliamentary representative for the area outlined a lot of what she did for the constituency. And also now the Prime Minister now, he was there, was saying that he's going to develop, for instance, from by DBS to the Bailey Bridge down in Castle Comfort, he's going to resurface that. Also the road going up from the Macmillan gas station, going up to Beauvoir area of Girondelle. And then now they're going to take it from the nether end, from Newtown to go up to Egliston. So there is some failures. So they're going to put some walls there. And then so he make the commitment.
But I heard him making the very same commitment about 3 months ago at the Girondelle. I think there was a launching of some housing project. So when will it become a reality? Because it's like promises after promises and nothing becoming a reality. So if you know so much, can you tell us when it will become a reality?
But so he said that it's going to happen very soon. No, he said no in the Emsall area. Then they're going to have a meeting with the Emsall community privately that they will be going to start in a Bailey Bridge out there.
So where's the bridge that they promised many years ago? Now you're talking about Bailey Bridge. When they made that promise, they would give the bridge 2014, 2016. The bridge has not become a reality. So you're saying that they're going to make it happen this time?
Yes, Matt, it's going to happen this time because whenever the Prime Minister make a special commitment, no, finally, Matt, we had a field visit at Wesley at the airport yesterday, Sunday, and then we stopped by the Corey site, and I believe, well, those people there that come in and protest, and when they come there, they must carry their trash.
Well, I'm telling you, I bet in a couple $100. I'm in the betting game now. That what you're talking about will not become a reality very soon. I'm not saying it will not, but not very soon. Okay, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you for 449-3095-9669. Too many promises. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Mato.
Yes. How you doing?
Good morning.
Morning. Yes.
I love that you're not feeling too good.
I know. Feel better.
Mato, I will have to stop calling. Matter maybe make 15 calls there. I don't know by nobody. Matter you hearing your girl calling. I am your girl. It's not too late.
No,
No,
but,
but I just didn't give up hope, and I kept on there. But let me tell you that after a prime minister take a house, taking $64,000 to build his house, he has to tell everybody else when he come out in office.
of course.
I hope so, because I want to hear that. I don't hear nobody saying that. Number two, Matthew. You will make me forget, so I have so much thoughts to tell you. Number two, Matthew. We are talking about for election, this, that, to go so. I don't know where all of it. So much it would have been a better thing if we had done home-to-home registration.
Yes.
And we would finish.
Long time.
But you have people to come to put their name there. When my husband goes and tell him he's not there, you have to go. He has to tell him he called hotline, so then they tell him to come. You see the track? My friend Clyde go, maybe 3 or 5 places. He's not there. Not what person is this? But it don't matter. This year I not voting much because my heart is heavy. My child was murdered in Roseau. He got 8 stabs. I lose the case because I was there. Sir, everybody was paid. You know what they say? I say what I have to say. And everybody was paid, but I don't get no justice. I am not voting. Matthew doing a good job, but sometimes try to listen to well because I call him something and I doesn't get through.
I know, but nurse, we don't have numbers. We see lights, so I don't see your numbers. Okay.
I love them. I know the numbers you see.
Yes, light.
But maybe sometimes your answer does go on another thing.
All right, thank you.
There's a bill, not Joseph, and that girl is working down by where we getting the medicine down in Fokole. What is her name now? She just leave me. She's in charge of the giving the medicine, selling the medicine.
Okay.
That girl is a loving girl. I want to tell her hello. And my uncle Dominican, so many nice people we have in our country. But my Kerry not ready yet. And I don't know when he'll be ready. If it's when we die. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, talk to me, nurse. Thank you for calling as always. Thank you. Thanks for expressing yourself. Let's take a voice note. Yes.
PM, I have a little concern.
Mm-hmm.
I live in an area
We're speaking to the dead, right?
And you know the situation in Emsal when rain is falling where we have bad weather. Many people have when the government intended to construct this bridge.
And in addition to the bridge, you have to build very extensive river walls on both sides, especially on the Bapper State side.
That is true.
Paradise Valley. So you have to protect those areas and all those things. You have to sort of retrain the river a little bit. So it is high engineering. As a matter of fact, we got a Dominican who is based in the United States to design that bridge for us. And he did an exceptional 23. We can see some startup on it on that bridge. So I won't tell you February or March or something, but certainly I gave the folks an assurance that we'll get a power base. Very anxious about that. She makes representation. Absolutely, this one entry exit into Emsal, and that area in itself is highly compromised.
Yes,
highly compromised, and so there's strong justification for this new bridge.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of bridges, you also.
So you see what I'm talking about, Brook Holler? That was Sogo Fly speaking to Daryl Teat on the hang, huh? Sogo died. I did not see that promise realized. So many promises have been made, huh? Hello, talk to me 10:30. Hello, yes, are you there?
Promises and promises.
It says. Sogo died. Didn't see
that
bridge.
Is one thing I doesn't believe when it is carried. Talk, it passed through one ear. If I listen when you play, and it goes to the other ear. Because tooth hip hop say promise. When the young people they have to give some money as soon as they reach 21 years from the south. Oh my God, what a calamity, and they call that a government? I call that a gang. This is not a government. Thank you.
10:31. Hello, yeah?
Good morning, Matt.
Good
And
morning
good
to
morning to all Dominicans. Matt, you asked the question whether the government should absorb some of the high costs, the high prices. Yes, they should and they can, given the fact that this is the government that realize more revenues in the history of, governments being in office in Dominica.
Mhm.
Dominica realized more than sufficient revenues through the CBI program that can cushion or buffer some of the economic impact from the high cost of living that is being realized now. We can say it's for the Trump and Netanyahu war, but the prices were always very high in Dominica. Dominica is a country that sold more economic passports than the population of Dominica. Where are all those revenues, Matt? Even the diplomatic passports were sold. Now, you don't sell diplomatic passports of your country, but in Dominica's position, they were sold to the most dodgiest criminals, meaning the more corrupt those individuals were, the higher those diplomatic passports fetched. So where are all those revenues, Matt? But when you look at the other Caribbean countries, they are ready to cushion some of the economic hardship of their citizens because they understand that's what responsible governance is. A responsible government for the people and by the people will not just impose all of the economic hardships on their people, but what they will do, they will cushion it. They will create buffer zones so that the backs of the people, of the citizens, will not break under the high prices, under the high cost of living, Matt. Because while we're talking about $15 per gallon of gas, Matt, how many hours Dominicans have to work for them to buy a gallon of gas? What is the rate per hour in Dominica? The work rate, the pay per hour in Dominica, Matt? Matt, I don't know, but who cannot saddle up under the heavy load of Roosevelt's carrot economic hardship? The backs are going to break him out. And that is why I always say election matters, Matt. Elections matter. And we'll look at the American people. In the second term, when Donald Trump ran, he ran on immigration and tariffs. People like Jerry, my friend, and other Republicans, they thought tariffs were savings. They only realized after they had elected Donald Trump that tariffs were not savings. And they thought it was the other countries that those tariffs were going to be imposed on. And big business conglomerates would inherit those savings, those tariffs, and the American people were going to save. They didn't realize at the end of the day, it would be passed on to the consumers. So you see how high the cost of living is in America, Matt?
Mhm.
The cost of food is so high. And everything is going up, Matt. But still, they believe in the MAGA because they don't even understand what has happened to them and how much they voted for their own peril. It's just like they've also voted on the issue of immigration, and they thought it was only going to affect who? The people who work on the farms, who do the hard work that Americans will not do. And a lot of those big farmers, Matt, those with the big businesses, they voted for Trump because Trump said he was going to deport immigrants. They didn't realize that they would be affected. The food and the fruits would be rotting in the ground because those were the same people who would bring the monies, the revenues into their pockets. And a lot of them lost their farms, they lost their businesses, and they were crying like babies Because why? They voted on the issue of immigration and tariffs. So that's why I say election matters. That's why we should remove the cannot do government, the Roosevelt Skerrit regime in Dominica, because this is a government that do not care. They don't care about the Dominican people. Get ready for us to break your back. They have decimated the middle class in Dominica, and they are ready to break the backs of the poor. That's why we have to come together and remove that cannot do government. Thank you, Matt.
You know, last week we had Mr. Capitole on with us for an hour and 15 minutes. And he actually placed a challenge to Mr. Jerry Brisbane and those who stand for Deboche, telling them that if they found an alternative site for the Rocks, that he would come and join them. On the protest action there in Deboche. Well, just on Saturday, there was another activity by many patriots standing for Deboche. And I heard Mr. Brisbane with his own challenge to Mr. Capitolin, Floyd Capitolin. Let's listen to Mr. Brisbane's challenge to Floyd. Huh? It's now 10:35, Dominica, 10:35. Let's listen to Mr. As I said, Mr. Brisbane challenge to Floyd.
If we can prove to him, well, and I guess the leadership, that the rock at Carpo Hall is better than the rock than Deboche, then he will come, he'll join our group, and he'll take out the shoes, which I invited him to come here today. Take out your shoes, come here, come and ground yourself, and so on. So the challenge or the thing for Mr. Capitole is, Mr. Capitole, I'm sure you'll listen, if not, you will see this. I am saying to you that if you can prove to me that the cost of taking out all this material here, excavation work, the whole works, transporting all this overload material and everything and taking it out to Londonderry is cheaper, and then obviously all the effects with the environment and people's lives is less cost than taking it from Collio to bring it to the airport. I am going to say to you, Mr. Capitole, I won't come bare feet and join you all. I will come to knee, if you know what that is. I will take out all my clothes, Mr. Capitole, and I will come naked and I will join you all at the international airport. Have a blessing.
Challenge for challenge, what? One will take off his shoes and stand, and one will take out all his clothes. 449-3095-9697. It's already 10:37. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yes, man.
How you doing, sir? How are you? Yes.
Yes, I'm good. As I touched on the question, you caught me off prematurely. But however...
No, I didn't cut you up prematurely. I told you we were talking about promises. I didn't cut you up. What about Deboche you wanted to hear?
Okay, well, let me finish my point now. We went up there yesterday. We saw the crusher and the other sisters and whatnot in progress for when the time is right for them to start to crush. Now, however, again, we went down to the airport site in Wesley, and people used to say that they take whole of Wesley. Whole of the 3/4 of Wesley is there, is bottom Wesley where they took to make the airport. And that is where, and I was on the ground. We were in a discussion in the engineering department where we saw the plans and we were on the ground. And I tell you, Matt, they show us the terminal, they show us the helipad, they show us also the air traffic control. All the building there is on progress. At least, well, they are 60%. Now, also they show us the tunnel, Matt, and that tunnel looking very nice, Matt. And when you watch one end to the airport, I tell you, that is airport. I tell you, and it is on the ground. The airport is not on the air.
So you're saying what? What are you saying? You're saying what?
Well, I satisfy that the airport starts and it must finish by the grace of God. It must finish.
All right.
That is what I have to say.
So what about the promises you made? You heard I just played a clip from Sogo who died, and he never see the promises fulfilled.
But nothing happened before time.
Okay, call out. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm happy you went to see the airport. I'll be there soon, huh? See for myself. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Matt, this is the labor mouth reporter for the ground.
He's on the ground. All right, well, let him support what he has to support, and maybe you should go see the airport for yourself. Matt Peltier, what Maslin and Joshua and many others say is reality. Unfortunately, many Dominicans just don't care. They love the situation that exists right now.
Wake up, let's pop from the get ready for it's breakfast vibes. All happening at super special insult time. That's your morning the right way with good music, good food, even better energy. And all that DJ Flip the Boss, DJ Snow, DJ Fantastic, spinning all your favorite tunes. All the performance, real, and the movement champions, TK Combo. And listen, come hungry, because on the menu we got sauce, black pudding, vegan some fish, stew puffs, drop stage, chips, fish and chips, hot water, fish water, and plenty more. Drinks, music, good vibes guaranteed, and the best part is absolutely free. So grab your crew, bring your appetite, and start the Easter weekend the right way. Breakfast vibes is the Saturday from 7 a.m. sharp at Summer Special Insult Time. Don't miss Breakfast Vibes is powered by Adams, Radio Budgets is Delight, and Case Rental.
People have jokes in that Commonwealth. The amount of promises I have heard for the last 26 years that has never been fulfilled, like the Roseau Enhancement Project, cargo boat to carry agricultural produce, and so many other things, too numerous to mention. But this caller is so confident that this time around, the Emsall Bridge will be done after 11 years now since the destruction of that bridge. Anyway, some people have plenty Espanol Papa here. They can't understand yet. It's the same Keone movie on a different day. That's all. It's an episode, you know, Matt. Young and the rest says, as the world turn, I need a guiding light. Bye-bye. Tell Matt, all you have too much jokes, but laughter is good for the soul, eh, Matt? Bye-bye.
Oh, boy. Hello, talk to me, yes? Somebody. Are you there, caller?
Yeah, good morning, man.
How are you? Uh-huh.
Yeah, good. You can imagine that the government is building a big highway from Bath Estate all the way across past Silver Valley, saying that they are building a road to Emsall. And I believe with the work that has been done already, there has been a bridge that has been completed. I just find a whole set of waste of money. Just build the bridge where it was already. Build it better, build it higher, build it different. It's just waste of money and just to siphon money to put in their pockets.
All right, somebody said I should play that song there. I don't know for what, but you requested that song. This from Gregory Isaac, it is?
Don't break your promise, no, that you once made to me. Don't ever use me as your tool. Cause promise is a comfort to the fool. Shoo-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be. Now don't believe in what they say. They just try to take you away. Don't ever give them your heart, no. Never let no one claim my heart. Never let no one claim my heart. Shoo-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo.
All one day from Gregory Isaac. A promise is a comfort to a fool.
Oh, yeah. Baby, don't break your promise. Yeah. That you once made to me. Please don't ever use me as a tool. No. Cause promise is a comfort to a fool. Shoo-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Don't believe in what they say. Yeah. They're just trying to take you.
It's already, what time? 10:45. Hello, talk to me. Uh-oh, sorry about that.
Never let no.
Hello, 10:45, the morning time. March 30.
Hello, Matt. Good morning.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. And good morning to everybody. Matt, this court artist, he's a court artist. He's nothing but a court money be. He came through the back door. I mean, back stop Pierre Charles 25 times in his bag. And he came through the back door.
You have to be very careful about your statements, my brother. You have to be very, very careful, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. But please, I apologize on your behalf, all right? Thank you. You can make statements like that if you don't have the facts, sir. 449-3095-9697. And I do apologize on your behalf, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you for calling. Thank you. I know some people get very emotional when they call, you know? So you have to be very, very careful, you know? Even counting the numbers. Be very careful. Thank you. On the telephone. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Yes.
Good day.
Good day. How you doing? How you doing?
Hi, good.
You're
But
laughing.
you must play Promises song.
Well,
Promises.
you like
You
that
can
song?
sing and Promises. Yes. Play it for me, please. And Joshua, thumbs up to you, my boy. You are a leader. Not those that just get and just get reading their teeth. You don't have time for that.
Okay.
Seriously.
Seriously. All right. Thank you very much. 449-3095-9697. Hello, talk to me. It's already 13 to the above 11 o'clock, and this afternoon we have the Ministry of Agriculture. Hello, talk to me, huh?
Yes, Matt, I there listening and I just laughing because I have met you in person and I call you on the radio station and asking you that whenever I call, if you have ever apologized for on my behalf or put any disclaimer and you tell me no. So when you see I speaking, I know what I'm speaking about. I'm not going down the drain and discriminate people. I am talking facts, what I know. So Matt, you must caution your callers. You understand, as you did, you know, like apologizing on their behalf.
So what did I have to apologize on your behalf for? Let me when what?
Because why?
Because they said that you're speaking to promises that has been made and never been delivered. Are they lying?
But some other scholars, they are talking nonsense.
Well, I'm asking you on what I want to apologize on your behalf. So what have they spoken about you that I need to apologize for? I'm just asking you the question because if I have to apologize, I will. What do I have to apologize for?
Talking nonsense and criticizing, so you cannot apologize.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that they're speaking to your issue as it relates to promises. Are they wrong if they said promises that have been made before have not been fulfilled?
But a lot of projects you all are criticizing.
But you're not answering my question. I'm trying to be very fair to you, but you're not answering my question. Are they wrong when they say that many promises have been made that have not been fulfilled? That's the question I'm asking. Okay. So if I have to apologize on your behalf, somebody said something personal about you, I will. But let's speak to the facts. It says facts are stubborn things, brother. Facts are stubborn things, yeah? Hello, talk to me. Yes, are you there, caller? Yes.
Matt, without keeping you on another note,
thank you.
How many lives has Tiger Woods? You saw it over the weekend?
I saw, yes, he was in an accident on the weekend.
Oh, boy.
Tiger Woods overdoing it now, man. Hello, talk to me. 10:53. Yes, 10:50. Yeah.
Morning, Mark.
How are you?
But what that caller wants to do apologize now. They have guilty conscience, so they don't.
No, I mean, if he says something seriously and somebody called and insulting him, I would apologize. But I'm saying all they're saying is that many promises have been made that have never been fulfilled. So that's their comment. So what do I have to apologize for? 449309596 and 97. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. 10:53, boy. Yeah. It's the morning time. Let's do this, and we'll come right back. Don't forget the challenge, Mr. Capital, and don't forget the challenge for Mr. Brisbane, huh?
If we can prove to him, well, and I guess the leadership, that the rock at Crapo Hall is better than the rock than Debash, then he will come, he'll join our group, and he'll take out the shoes, which I invited him to come here today. Take out your shoes, come here, come and ground yourself, and so on. So the challenge or the thing for Mr. Capitola is, Mr. Capitola, I'm sure you listen, if not you will see this. I am saying to you that if you can prove to me that the cost of taking out all this material here, excavation work, the whole works, transporting all this overload material and everything and taking it out to Londonderry is cheaper, and then obviously all the effects with the environment and people's lives is less cost than taking it from Collio to bring it to the airport. I am going to say to you, Mr. Capitola, I won't come barefoot and join you all. I will come to if you know what that is. I will take out all my clothes, Mr. Capitola, and I will come naked and I will join you all at the international airport. Have a
Morning, Matt. I'm not an engineer, but I'm looking at the way Emsol is. How a Bailey Bridge going to fit in Emsol? What kind of Bailey Bridge they're going to put in Emsol? I would really like to be standing up there and looking at them putting that Bailey Bridge, because I've not seen how a Bailey Bridge going over Emsol, Baffin State River there. Matt, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
At 10:54, yeah.
Please, people, I'm begging you, I am asking you to please go out and vote. Do not call this radio station and say that you are not going to vote. Yeah, I know it's your option of whether you go out and vote, but my God, please go out and vote. Without a vote, you have no voice. Okay? You don't vote, then you cannot complain about nothing. If the government is doing bad, it is doing good, you just can't complain because why? You did not go out and vote. So you need to go out and vote. Please, please, please go out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Jerry?
Tell Marceline, speak for herself.
What you say?
All what Trump say he's going to do, especially farmers, he have done it. Just last week, there was a big ceremony for the farmers. All right? So tell her talk for herself. All they want to do is criticize for criticizing sake because they so-called don't like Trump. That's the best thing that happened to America. Tell her to sit down and wait for the results. She's enjoying it all now.
Yes, Trumpers, boy.
Wake up all the teachers, time to teach you.
I'm going to leave you on that note.
Maybe then
I'll be back with you at 1 o'clock hour. Don't forget there's a funeral for this young man, Tayo.
When you teach that shit,
14-year-old who died, of course, who passed some weeks ago, I think on the 12th.
If we just let it be.
So he, his dad, and family, our deepest sympathies.
We gotta change it, yeah. Just
You and me got to go. See you around.
wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and catch up. On for the judgment day, won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we can do it if we all lend a hand. Only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out. They do it every time. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, just you and me. Change it, just you and me. Change it, go it alone. Need some help, go it alone. Yeah. Everybody need a little help, y'all. Yes, need a little help. Stand for yourself, y'all. I'm gonna change the world. What it used to be. I'm doing it alone.